everyone, welcome to Jamie Front Colors. I'm Jamie and today is a Monday and I usually show you a new book or a new supply, but I really don't have anything new to show you. So I thought I'd pull out my Tim Jeff's coloring books. The fourth one I did show you a couple weeks ago, and there's a flip through of the other three as well. But I thought I'd pull these out and we could play with them a little bit. They're beautiful books and they're pretty easy to color and add some life to. So I have done a few from the first book. So I don't want to take these out of my page protector, so I hope there's not too bad of a glare. Ooh, you can see me. Okay, so I did the lizard and a whale and a hippo and an owl, and I did all of these in one day. So I mean, the owls I didn't add any pencil to. Everything else I did add some pencil on top of my watercolor markers. So there's a giraffe. So that's what I used on those, was my Zig Clean Clear watercolor brush markers, and then use some pencils on top, except for the owls. I didn't bother. I just didn't. What can you do? So I thought maybe we could try some other supplies that I have, or maybe the watercolor markers are the best choice. I don't know. Let's play around and see what we can do. Okay, so this is volume 2. There's a butterfly. I'm thinking because the pictures have so much grayscale and so much darkness to them that probably something a little translucent is going to be our best bet. And since I've played with the water color markers, thought I wanted to try something a little bit different today. So I'll show you these if you haven't heard of them. These are called Lindy's Magicals, and they come as a powder that you can sprinkle onto a page and then activate with water. Or you can take the powder and put it in a bottle, a little spray bottle, add some water to it and make it a spray that you can spritz on. So that's what I've done here. I'll just spray some color on, I don't know. See how much this paper can take. I do have another paper underneath so that it won't bleed through. Let's see here. So I've used Cattail Copper Brown and Time Travel Teal. I'll link these in the description box down below. This is Red Hot Poker Orange. This is, let's see, Autumn Maple Crimson. We'll just put a little bit of this down at the ends. Okay. Well, let's let that dry, and then we could add pencil to it later. Let's see, let me put this aside, we'll let it dry. Here's volume 3. What do we got in this one? Cat, a lizard. There's a snake, that might be fun. So that was using those magicals in a spray bottle. The other way that they work is by using them as a powder. So I've got a couple of colors here. Let's see. All right, let's try these as a powder just so you can see how they work. So you just want to get a little bit, you can just a little bit, and you can kind of flick it on, the powder on. Even kind of lay it down. You won't hardly see it. It's kind of a surprise. I like to use these in like mixed media stuff. Just kind of. It's kind of like having a surprise on your page. Here's some Rusty Lantern Lime. You can like kind of splatter it on there or rub it around. Not seeing much yet. Let's see, take some Steampunk Sepia. Let's take some of that brown as well, that cattail copper brown. Okay, we're all done. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see what happens when we add some water to this. We have some different colors popping through. It's so much fun. These do take a bit of water, so to dissolve. Like I said, I like to use them on like mixed media canvases and stuff. They can be a lot of fun. I don't usually use them in coloring books, but I thought, hey, why not play a little bit? Here's our same teal that we use, the Shabby Turban Teal. Let's just subtle. Does use quite a bit of water, so there is quite a bit of buckling, but you can always let them dry all the way before you add any other materials. And there's so much you can do to flatten your pages, so sometimes it's just nice to have some fun. Alright, let's set that aside and let it dry. Okay, let's see here. There's a finish. Okay, another something similar is these Lindy's sprays. And these come as a spray. They come with the powder, and then I think then you add the water, but it comes with the spray bottle and everything. And I don't think these are quite as translucent. I think they still are translucent, but not quite as translucent, meaning see-through. I don't have a ton of these, but I have a few, so I should try them out. And I spray these, or I'll also take the lid off and use a brush sometimes. I have quite a few browns and a few pinks. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, let's put, or you can like screw it off and use the, to put it on if you need it in a spot, you know? Just take a paintbrush. And we can just paint this a little bit with these. Okay, so that's one way. Or let's get a scrap piece of paper. We'll put this paper kind of over the pink that we already did. And this is a fun color. This is called Moonshadow Mist. And it's kind of brown and it's kind of teal. And it's kind of fun. So let's put a few sprays on here. Okay. And let's take some, this is milk chocolate brown. Take a little of it too. Okay. And then I'm gonna get rid of this paper. Use my brush to kind of blend it in a little bit. It's just fun. And then when you come back in after it dries, you can come in with some pencils and just clean it up a little bit. But it's just kind of fun. Just to see what happens, you know? Coloring doesn't always have to be so serious. Alright, let's take a little more of this pink. Alright, we'll let him dry and then we can see what we can do with him with some pencils as well. Alright, here's a cheetah from our book 1. And I have one more type of material I want to try, another watercolor material. And that is the Jane Davenport watercolor pens, markers, I don't know what she calls them. I'll link them in the description box down below. But they are very juicy and they are watercolor. So let's try pulling some of these oranges, maybe some pinks. Let's see. I have another brush here to help blend it out a little bit because I think these are going to be kind of juicy. It's been a while since I've used these, so let's see what happens. Let's put, ooh, that is red. Alright, what about this one? Okay, this is coral. Let's try putting a little coral on his nose. Ooh, okay, and then let's take the, ooh, those pens are so juicy. There's so much color in them. So much color. Okay, then let's, I'm gonna get some water. That's so juicy. Okay, got a little water here, clean my brush. Alright, so that was the coral. Let's try, this is beach. Beach. Ooh, so juicy. So juicy. Okay. They just like kind of leak everywhere. just laying it down and then spreading it out with a fairly dry brush. That seems to be working all right. Okay, let's put this down here a little bit. All right, let's add a little bit of a, ooh, so juicy. They're like, it's like dripping. Okay, let's try this. This is Pirate's Gold. So maybe it's more yellow. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, this is a little more yellow. This is a lot more yellow than I was thinking about. We might have to put some of that other orange back over the top of it. I don't know, it's kind of cool looking. I don't know. All right, let's go back to that beach. I just want to darken this up just a little bit. And kind of where it mixes a little bit. Okay, my paper is starting to peel. So one too many layers of water is obvious. I mean, this isn't watercolor paper, so just beware. Okay, we'll let it dry and go back in with some pencils. I kind kind of want to put just a, should we give him a green eye? I know that might be weird. Let's see. I kind of want to. Okay. All right, let's let some of these dry and see what we've got. All right, this is volume 2. This is our first one where we were using the Magicals as sprays. I'm gonna cut this page out of the book. I'm just gonna use a ruler. Okay. All right, so they are, there's a dog outside, I apologize. A couple of them. Okay, so as you can see, like this leaves quite, you can kind of see it on the black paper, and it has quite a shine to it. And those are those Magicals as a spray. It gives a lot of color though, and the paper is slightly warped, but not too bad. Like something like this, you could stack a pile of books on it for a day or so, and it would flatten out pretty well. Another trick that I will use is I will put a piece of material over it, and I will iron it with my iron. So that I use with my clothes, but make sure that material is over it so you don't get any of your supplies on your iron and your iron doesn't get the paper too hot and you start a fire. So please be careful. As you can see, they did go through to the other side, but there's nothing on the other side, so we don't care too much about that. And let's grab some pencils. What should we use today? Oh, let's... I feel like I use my Prismas a lot, which I do because I love them. So I'm going to grab the Pablos, but it doesn't matter which pencils you use. Pull out some Crayolas, whatever. Let's see, let's grab this Cobalt Blue. And let's grab kind of a brownish color. Let's see, what's this? Mahogany might be pretty. And I want the one that's a little more green. How about this Malachite Green? All right, let's see what we can, oh, maybe some, kind of got some pink, purpley as well. Let's see. What's this? This is purplish red. All right, well, let's see what we can do with these. So let's take that Malachite Green. Just put in a little shading. Just a little bit of depth where you want some depth. Okay. It's just kind of fun. I mean, I know this is very different than our other coloring. We're just adding color, you know? I know I have some shine on. See how that just adds some depth? Okay, then let's grab the cobalt blue. We'll add some of this. And take that Malachite Green, put a little in there. Just add some pretty colors. I like it. All right, let's add a little more green over here. I'm just kind of playing in wherever the sprays hit, you know? And like this little part looks a little more green, so let's play up the green. This part looks a little more blue, so let's play up the blue, you know? Okay, then let's take that mahogany. Let's add some of that in there. Just wherever you want. You don't even have to color every spot, you know? We already have color down. We're just adding depth where we want it. Okay, then let's look at that purplish red. We'll see if we add a little bit of that as well. Maybe even bring it up in here a little bit. have a pretty butterfly with some great, just some fun. He's fun. We didn't have to color every speck. Now, if you don't like that it's on the black, like you could cut him out and put him on a piece of black cardstock. He wouldn't be too hard to fussy cut at all. Which I might do with him just so that we don't. Or you could add more and have it be more magical in the background. Alright, let's set him aside. And let's see what else you got. So here's our snake out of book 3. He was with the magical dust, and then we added water to the dust. So let's... Okay, we had to add quite a bit of water to him to make the dust magicals dissolve. So he's quite a bit more warped. Okay, again, you could put books on top of him, or you could put a piece of material over him and use your iron. But he might not ever be perfectly flat again. So... who knows? Alright, let's see. I think I'm going to keep that malachite green and that cobalt blue. And let's see, maybe I'll add russet. And I kind of want a limey green kind of color. Let's see. Spring green. Okay, let's try some of these. So here's that spring green. I can just bring it out a little bit. I can hear somebody's stereo outside. My goodness, it's loud. Lots of bass. Alright, let's put some here. Maybe some here. Again, I'm just kind of looking at the colors that the powder made and just kind of trying to play into some of that. Okay, then let's grab the Malachite Green. Which is a very bluish green. Okay. Then let's grab the cobalt. Let's go back to that spring green. And then to that russet. Let's grab yellow. Just put a little of that on the eyeball. So this one, even more than the last one, I'm getting a little bit distracted by what's the powder that's on the black. So again, I might cut him out and put him on a piece of black cardstock. But other than that, I really kind of think he's cool. I think he's not the most delicately colored thing, but it's just kind of fun to add some color to him that isn't so precise and fussy. Sometimes I just don't want to be fussy. Sometimes I've had enough fussing. I got 3 little boys. Sometimes you just gotta throw down. There we go. All right, well, we might come back to him in a minute. I think he just kind of looks cool. Okay, he's just kind of fun. What else do we got? We have our fish. Alright, this is from his 4th book. He's kind of cool. So again, it is showing up on the black background. I kind of like it on this one though. It's just kind of cool because it's only when it kind of moves, you kind of get that duochrome of the brown and green. That's just kind of cool. You see that on him too? Woo! Alright. Let's grab some what's this? This is Salmon Pink. That seems rather fitting. Salmon Pink. I'm getting quite a glare on the page because of the iridescence in the paint we used. So, anyways, keep that in mind. I'll try to fix it a little bit in editing, but I don't know how much I'll be able to. If I kind of tilt it, you can see the true color a little better. He is pretty cool. All right, let's see. This is apricot. Let's see if we can add a little bit to his skin. Oh yeah. I'm really kind of liking these pencils on this paper. So we might have to do one where we just use pencils. Not tonight though. Not tonight. Or this morning, or this afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. Let's go back to, well, let's grab a lighter pink. This is Granite Rose. If I remember, this is usually a little bit of a harder pencil. Oh, coloring pretty good though. I'm just gonna add this to the Alright, he's pretty cool. Alright, let's see if there's anything else I want to add to him. Let's grab, this is the mahogany. Maybe under this flap a little bit, just to add some shading. This in each of these, just to like almost tone it down a little bit. Who knew this ugly weird fish might be my favorite one of the night. Anybody see that coming? Oh my goodness. Man, who would have thunk it? He is kind of cool looking. I like him. Alright, how's our cheetah doing over here? Ooh, he's yellow. He is yellow. Okay, well, he turned out a lot more yellow than I was thinking. Let's grab this fast orange and see what we can do. Oh, I don't know. I need to grab something a little bit darker. What about, what is this? This is called Brownish Orange. Let's see what this does. Maybe we'll play into the yellow a little bit. Let it be that yellow. Because really, that's okay. And it's just fun. I mean, I painted pink giraffes earlier. So, giraffes aren't pink. And a purple hippo. Hippos aren't purple. So using these mermaid markers, I don't have the same problem with the sparkle reflect that I was having with all the other stuff we used tonight. So that's kind of nice. I didn't rip it, I didn't take it out of the book either. I need to do that. Okay. Alright, I kind of went quiet. I don't know what happened. Let's grab that Malachite Green that we used before. Just kind of get in there a little bit. And then let's take that, is it spring green? Yeah, spring green. And then let's grab the purplish red. It's just what I have here. There. He turned out pretty cool too. I didn't know about him for a minute. I wasn't sure he was gonna make it. But he has made it. Flying colors. Alright, so let's see what we managed to do tonight. So we have him. We have our fish that we used with the Lindy sprays. And then we have our snake that we used with the Lindy Magicals, the powder form. And then we have our butterfly that we did with the Magicals in spray form. And then we put pencils on all of them. I think they turned out really cool. I really kind of like this fish. And even the cheetah, I kind of like. This one we used the mermaid markers on. I think, actually, let's see. Here's a Posca white paint pen. Let's see if we can clean up his whiskers a little bit. There, just cleaned him up a little bit. He looks nice. Awesome. So anyways, I hope you guys liked this video and just playing a little bit in our Tim Jeff's books. They're just fun to throw some color on. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys have an awesome week, that you come back on Wednesday and Friday so that you can do our color wheel pictures with me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!